Right, so let's talk about colour correcting. So in order to colour correct well, you need to have very basic knowledge of the colour wheel. So I will post a picture of that beneath this video. So the principles of colour correcting are using a colour to cancel out another colour. So you need to think about the colour wheel, and whatever the discoloration on your face is, you need to identify that on the colour wheel and go for a colour opposite that, and that will cancel them out. So when I have a really red angry spot, then I will pop a bit of green concealer on, just on that. You don't want to go around the area like you would normal concealing, just directly onto that discoloration, because otherwise it would show up. So, and sometimes when my rosacea was really bad, then I would use a bit of the green concealer, but luckily I don't have to do that anymore. I think you have to be careful doing it under the eye, because that is an area that makeup doesn't tend to sit all that well. If your makeup's going to go cakey or creased, it's more likely to be there than anywhere else. So I think getting away with less is definitely a better idea. And for me particularly, now that I use the Younique stuff and it's such a good coverage, I don't need to put anything else on there. But colour correcting is really handy for people who are really conscious of any discoloration, or maybe they've got a birthmark, or, as I said, big zits, or I know some Asian ladies who have really dark circles under their eyes and around their mouth, and they use colour correcting. They put like an orangey colour over that in order to cancel that out, so when they put their foundation on, they've got a really smooth, even looking foundation. So that's basically it really. I'll quickly show you a typical correcting / concealing palette that I have and that I sometimes use. And you can get all sorts of colour correcting things now. As I say, a lot of concealers, a lot of cosmetic companies do concealers or BB creams, primers. I use a colour correcting primer. So there are plenty of products out there, and I suppose it's just a bit of trial and error. But as I say, if you can get maybe a primer with some colour correcting in, or use a concealer with a bit of colour correcting in, then that's a good idea, because less is better. Less will last more. So I will leave a couple of pictures with a bit of a guide to colour correcting, and hopefully that will be helpful to you.